Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Spellbinders report on the unfiltered news from the reality zone compiled by G. Edward Griffin for the week of August 13th through the 19th of 2011. This week's comic strip says Congress says they are looking deeper into the Bernie Madoff scandal. Well, ain't that just great? The guy who made 50 billion disappear is being investigated by people who made 150 trillion disappear. That's right. Exactly. Alright, into the headlines for this week. U.S. The FDA commissioner wants to eliminate conflict of interest restrictions so it can use employees of companies it regulates as its own scientific advisors. It probably would make little difference because the FDA already is the lapdog of Big Pharma and Big Ag, but this would make it even harder to reform. Natural News, August 18th. IBM pursues creating a computer chip that mimics the human brain. Pentagon funding for this project is $41 million, suggesting that it is expected to have military potential. Does the movie Terminator come to mind? August 18th. Yahoo. U.S. study shows that 1 in every 10 kids has ADHD. Bunk. Even this article admits that the numbers haven't increased, but they are just getting better at diagnosing or finding more reasons to put your kid on Prozac. This is the result of increased pressure on schools to make that diagnosis so more kids can be pushed into taking psychotropic drugs, a destructive habit that, for most, will remain for a lifetime. Big Pharma strikes again. MSNBC, August 18th. ATM PIN codes can be identified within 10 seconds by using a thermal camera that detects finger heat left on the number keypad or on the keyboard. Thankfully, thermal imaging cameras are quite expensive and the PIN number is nearly useless without the matching credit card or other personal information. Yahoo, August 18th. I'd say another way of debunking out of that, so they can't do it, is push every number, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 before you leave, and then it confuses them. Okay, that was Yahoo, August 18th. Obama and the EU leaders demand the resignation of Syrian President Assad, claiming he and his officials should be tried in the UN International Criminal Court. We agree, but most of the politicians calling for the prosecution also should be prosecuted. Unfortunately, justice does not reside at the UN court. Guardian, August 18th. Venezuela communist leader Hugo Chavez announced his intention to nationalize the country's gold industry, meaning he wants his gold back from all the places he's got it stored, Europe and England and America, and one other place, I guess it's I'll think of it here in a second. Reuters, August 17th. EU moves towards a United States of Europe as a single entity with no remaining national sovereignty. The excuse for doing so is the deepening economic crisis. But the leaders of the new EU will be the same ones who created the crisis. End of the American Dream, August 17th. New evidence shows that the British covered up the murder of the UN Secretary General in 1961 as his plane was shot down over the Congo. We are skeptical about the motive for this crime as interpreted by the author of this article, but there is little doubt that Hammarskjöld was indeed assassinated. Guardian, August 17th. If I didn't pronounce that right, excuse me. Obama campaigns in the Midwest to talk about American jobs as he rolls into town in a custom-made Canadian bus. That's right, talking about how we need jobs here and everything. What does he do? He buys his bus to tour the country from Canada. Front Porch Politics, August 17th. Video, humorous yet disturbing revelations by Jon Stewart that the mainstream media is pretending that Ron Paul doesn't exist. Death and Taxes, August 16th. That's true. They've been ignoring him because the mainstream media is controlled by the corporate media who don't want him in there because he will fix things. Video, Alex Jones shows that the mainstream media is ignoring Ron Paul not because he is a marginal candidate who cannot win, but just the opposite, that he is a popular, viable candidate that is a serious threat to the establishment. As I said, the banksters don't want him either, and the feds. YouTube, August 16th. Video, Siberian leader of the ecological movement calls on the Siberian president to stop genetically engineered food imports and crops and to halt chemtrail spraying, which he describes as intended genocide. If this is not done, he says, he will lead the people into the streets, and he implores the Siberian army to defend the skies, the people, and the Constitution. Conscious Life News, August 16th. Wish other countries would do the same, or at least have them come forward of why they're doing it for sure. Spring Hill, Tennessee. City leaders vote to stop water fluoridation now instead of waiting for the U.S. Health and Human Services that say it plans to lower fluoride levels someday. The city will save over $20,000 a year and may even save some lives. The Tennessean, August 16th. UK, courts are ordered to send everyone to jail who was involved in rioting and looting in last week's melee. Normal sentencing guidelines are suspended. Daily Mail, August 15th. Yeah, instead of going after the people that told the police to stand down. Video. Woman climbed sheer cliff and worse with nothing but her bare hands. Click and be amazed. UKclimbing.com, August 15th. San Francisco police working for the Bay Area Rapid Transportation BART killed an unarmed man last month because he was wobbly. When a protest was scheduled via social networking and cell phones, BART shut down several cell towers to block communications and protests. Hackers broke into the BART computer system and forced a shutdown in the system during heavy commute time. Censorship in America, August 15th. Yep, they're trying to shut down the internet or at least put a control on it so you cannot protest peacefully anymore. NATO and Turkey are supporting armed rebels in Syria and are recruiting Muslim freedom fighters. These are the same type of people who are called Al-Qaeda elsewhere. We fight them in one country and arm them in another. Infowars, August 15th. U.S. 11th Circuit Appeals Court declares that Obamacare's provision that requires people to buy insurance is unconstitutional. The case likely will go to the Supreme Court during the 2012 election cycle. Daily Mail, August 15th. 5 things you probably didn't know can be hacked. Medical implants, like pacemakers even. Baby monitor, cars, garage door openers, and even the human brain. Yahoo, August 15th. Video. Keynesian economist Paul Krugman says more government spending would help the economy. He suggests that a phony threat from space aliens would fix everything, because no one then would care how much money the government spends. Isn't that the plan? YouTube, August 14th. Madness from these people, which will create a false flag incident and make you all pay money. Pakistan allows China to examine the U.S. helicopter that crashed during the bin Laden raid. Of particular interest to the Chinese is the technology that allowed the chopper to evade Pakistani radar. Pakistan is now more closely allied with China than the U.S. MSNBC, August 14th. North Carolina considers paying victims of forced sterilization imposed by the state between 1929 and 1974, supposedly to prevent mentally retarded and sexually promiscuous people from reproducing. The focus in this article is that victims should be compensated, and we agree, but why should the money be taken from taxpayers who had no part in it? A new collectivist crime does not undo an old collectivist crime. Those still alive who implemented the program should be the ones to pay. It's time for personal accountability. New American posted August 13th. North Carolina video. Sterilization victim who was raped became pregnant and was forcibly sterilized at age 14 speaks out against the program and its sponsors, including the Rockefellers. YouTube, August 13. That's right, the same people are the eugenicists, along with the Rothschilds. Metropolitan Water District of Southern California is sued for using an unapproved drug, fluoride, and demands the practice be stopped unless it can be proven safe. This is an excellent move, but may be countered by corrupt government agencies that are under pressure to pronounce that indeed it is safe. Actually, it is one of the most toxic substances known. San Francisco Gate, August 13th. Japan, fear for radiation contamination of rice crops resulting in food shortage sends prices soaring in the futures market. Zero Hedge, August 13th. Video. If the word transhumanism is unfamiliar, you need to drop everything and watch this video. You will be shocked and amazed as Tom Horner explains how scientists with government funding are developing part human creatures and at the same time preparing to allow elitist humans to improve their genetic makeup to become a superior, commanding, dominant race. No kidding, and it's already underway. Long City, August 18th. Video. 9/11 architects and engineers show beyond any question that Building 7 was brought down by controlled demolition. That means it was planned far ahead of 9/11. Think about that. YouTube, August 16th. The days of manipulating the price of silver are near an end. Why? Because demand is outstripping supply, and China has launched a commodities exchange that is not leveraged to compete with the U.S. exchange that is heavily leveraged. Here are the details. Mark, August 15th. U.S. There is no federal mandate for smart meters, but the states took federal funding, financed by you, to install them. Smart meters are dangerous to health, according to independent studies, and are used to spy on you. PPJ Gazette, August 15th. Video. People fill their garbage cans in the countryside with used plastic milk jugs, but you will approve of what this company is doing with them. YouTube, August 11th. U.S. gross domestic product figures are manipulated to deceive people into thinking that the economy is better than it really is. This is done by skewing data for production and consumption, and especially by including government spending as a domestic product. Here are the details. Gold money, August 6th. Finally, fiat currency without gold or silver backing has an average life expectancy of 27 years. The world's dominant monetary system fails every 30 to 40 years at devastating cost to the average citizen. The U.S. is overdue. Washington Blog, August 2nd. Now you know why we need to release back the money with silver, if nothing else. May not have to back it with gold, but silver would be a good thing to back the money. That would make the government control its spending, because there wouldn't be enough silver for them to have quadrillions of dollars, which are trillions and trillions of debt, and it would be debt-free on top of it all. Well, that's it for this week with the Unfiltered News. See this in my description. I'll have the link to this, and you have a beautiful weekend. Be good or be good at it, and good day.